Tonight as we get set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Then on Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Coach Mike Malone had this to say about his understated superstar, Nikola Jokic. Malone said he's truly beloved by all his teammates. No ego, a little bit goofy, doesn't take himself too seriously, and with his success, he's still the same kid. That's why everybody cares about him and respects him. Kevin?
The Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. Well, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Curry and Doncic, the guard pair. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the center. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Murray outside. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Now Porzingis following the three-point attempt by Jokic. Dallas moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Another 3 for Dallas.
That is a sweet-looking jumper there, boy. Doncic doesn't need much space or time to get shots off.
Jokic against Curry. Will it go? And that one's good. Jokic.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Jokic. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Now Murray. Pass to Harris. Here's Craig, guarded by Porzingis. Now the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Doncic. Goes back up. Doncic with the steal. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Rebound by the Nuggets.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas.
And, you know, really when you look at it, Murray is quite crafty at getting contact on his drive. I like his fearlessness going to the hole.
Well, Clark, one thing you have to respect about Jamal Murray is how intense of a competitor he is.
And you can't substitute competitive spirit, Kevin. It's a great attribute to have, and you see that in how he's improved his game year to year. I mean, he loves being in the spotlight, going up against the game's big-name guards, and he doesn't shy away at all. That's a credit to him.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Lets the three fly. Dallas again missing. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Murray, good.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. He dishes it to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis with the ball, trying to end the drought. And that's good off the glass that time.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And here is Murray. He's got 6. Porzingis with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Doncic. Curry wide open. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Curry's got 5 now.
He's gaining more and more confidence over time from deep. Seth Curry proving he's got touch from out there.
From the left block. Here's Jokic. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Doncic passes to Curry. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Murray. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Finney-Smith. He had 10 points in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Harris drives in. Here's Jokic. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Doncic finds Curry. Good. Nice job down low. 7 points in the game.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Millsap. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Powell. Porzingis with the block.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Floats it up for Millsap.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic outside. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Pass to Powell. Left side, Porzingis. Powell trying to free himself up. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Well, you look at Porzingis and his size 7'3", he consistently torches defenders around the rim.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good names. Morris with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Magic in Orlando. Shot clock at 6. From deep.
And you know what? Call it great defense or a poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Greg, bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Fast break, Dallas. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. To the inside, and it's blocked. But they get it back. Grant finds Plumlee. Goes back up. He gets it in there. Now here's Wright. 8 points his last outing. The pass to Porzingis. Morris against Wright. Pass to Kleba. The three. Another three for Dallas.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Now, here is Morris. Now Grant. He kicks to Beasley. Here's Plumlee. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Plumlee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Hardaway. Right outside. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Porter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot from free throw range. Unable to get that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. 1:58 left in the first quarter. Hardaway passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Outside Porter. Good on the shot.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And here is Wright. Porzingis kicks to Wright. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
On the wing, Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, you look at Monte Morris, this former Iowa State Cyclone, really an ideal option as a backup point guard because he's efficient and gets a lot done in limited playing time.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Now here's Porzingis. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he was the intimidator.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And Morris drops them both. Mavericks leading by 11. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Wright, the pass to Brunson. A fader. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis. I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, leading by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about
basketball, like passion, a lot.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets, it's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Jeremy Grant is out there with Porter. And it's Plumlee in at the center, locking down the middle.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Brunson. Michael Porter making his last shot. Brunson, rebound by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yes, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Denver getting their last shot to go. Porzingis kicks to right. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Now here's Beasley. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Porter, bounce pass. Passes it to Plumlee.
You look at Porzingis, guys, and I like his versatility, especially on the defensive end where he can guard multiple positions.
Outside Hardaway. Back to right. Teardrop shot. It's not going to go for him. Plumlee with some nice D. Beasley, the pass to Grant. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Plumlee. Gary Harris comes in for Malik Beasley. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Here's Millsap after Luka Doncic's bucket.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Millsap with the steal. Harris against Wright. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Millsap. That one doesn't drop. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Pass to Wright. Outside Jackson. Back to Wright. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Jokic comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Torrey Craig in for Porter. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson. And it's Seth Curry in for DeLon Wright. Now here's Brunson. A 14-point game for him in the win against Cleveland. Well, the number 33 pick in the 2018 draft, Jalen Brunson, off to a pretty good start.
Boy, I tell you what, this guy is so solid. He was the Naismith Player of the Year and a two-time champion at Villanova. No surprise to see him handling this business in the pros because he's all business. And, you know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era, hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Now here's Murray. 6 points for him, 2 on the clock. And it's Jokic missing. Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Murray. The pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. There's the three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP. 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Inside. Jokic kicks to Craig. A three off the mark. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 4-point game. Sweet little floater. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Harris passes to Murray. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Harris's shot is off.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Now here's Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Finney-Smith. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Knocks it loose. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Foul. That's good. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
And so here is Dallas following Paul Millsap's three. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Look at Curry, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Passes to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 3. Here's Doncic. Powell trying to free himself up. Doncic, no good. Harris passes to Jokic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Now, here's Doncic. D right on him. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Murray kicks to Jokic. Outside for Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Now it's just a 3-point Dallas lead.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
Doncic outside. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and the one skepticism scouts had was his athleticism or lack thereof, and I think he's proven that's not necessary to be a great basketball player. And he's only getting better as he works with NBA trainers.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Back to Murray. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closely. Fires for 3. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Murray. And, you know, you heard about Doncic. Even if he's a step slow, he's always 2 steps ahead with his mental game.
You know, Kevin, that's a great point. Feel, savvy, experience, know-how. You know, he grew up playing against bigger, stronger guys, and that always serves you well as you go forward. So he understands how to create space and anticipate and feel how to get defenders off balance. I mean, he's just a special young player.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Jokic draws the double. Outside for Murray. For 3, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
He's really a dangerous perimeter shooter. Harris is great at cashing in from this spot on the floor.
Pass to Kleber. Here's the pass to Curry. Doncic outside. Here's the 3. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Here's Curry. Following the basket by Jokic. Pass to Doncic. Passes it to Finney-Smith. From the arc. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's Murray. 9 points in the game so far. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And, guys, I think he's just scratching the surface.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Beasley in for Gary Harris. Now here's Wright. On the wing, Hardaway. No good from outside. And with the way Murray scores, Clark, he's a great fit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin, because the team has plenty of playmakers and guys like Jokic, and that takes some of the playmaking pressure away from Murray. It allows Murray to simply just focus on what he does best, which is put the ball in the basket.
Now, Doncic following the 3-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Pass to Wright. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got 7 rebounds in the game. Right against Murray. Plumlee in the post. The tray. Murray, no good.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Hardaway finds Porzingis. Tries again. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. To the middle, here's Beasley. And he banks in the layup. Beasley's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Right, the pass to Doncic. Over Porter. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
And here we go. Fast break. Plumlee's got it. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to right. To the wing right side. Here's Kleba. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
It's Beasley on the wing. Lets it go with a three. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a shaky first quarter for Denver, and as they staggered through the period trying to find any way to turn things around, they found themselves behind by 15 at one point. The second quarter was a huge turnaround as they came on strong, turning the tables and outscoring them by a wide margin, and now enjoy the 7-point lead. Shaq, let's get... And...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5 for Porzingis and Powell. Curry and Doncic, the guard pair. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Curry kicks to Powell. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Five to shoot. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. The pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Porzingis can't hit. Denver leading by 11. That's tipped. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. Outside Millsap. From 13. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Porzingis with the block. They get it back. Murray outside. Back to Harris. To the left side wing. Here's Jokic. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for Denver.
Man, what a season it was for the Nuggets and Coach Mike Malone. He helped the Nuggets move into elite status in the West. You know, they went from out of the playoffs in 2018 to second in the West in 2019.
Passes it to Doncic. Over Jokic. But they'll get another chance. Here's Curry. 7 points in the game. Nice open look, but it's no good. And Clark, the media recognizing Malone by naming him a Coach of the Year finalist.
Well, you think about the way the Nuggets defense improved last year. It's testimony to Mike Malone and his attention to detail, particularly at the defensive end. The roster's all in on Malone as their leader, and that means the Nuggets are going to be a force for a while.
Outside, Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas again missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Craig. Now, here's Millsap. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And Finney Smith gets it to go. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And there's the pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Yep, it counts. Millsap's got 9 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Curry kicks to Powell. Pass to Doncic. Right wing. And here's Porzingis for a three. Denver grabs the miss. Millsap's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. It's stolen by Curry. Fast break, Dallas. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
The Nuggets leading by 12. To the paint. Here's Jokic. The Mavericks pull it in. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Brunson. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. Great showing for him last season. 9th in assists, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Morris outside. Down low. Here's Jokic. Porzingis with the block. 3-on-3. It's tipped. Here's the break. Millsap has the open look. The offensive rebound. Harris kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Curry. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Harris.
Showing off that nice mid-range jumper. Jokic knows he has the green light to take these shots.
Doncic passes to Curry. Passes it to Brunson. Clock at 6. Jackson trying to break free. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And, you know, despite the bittersweet ending for the Nuggets, what a great year. that team had. Won their division and finished second in the West. Outstanding season that had them falling out in the second round. But nonetheless, kudos to the Nuggets.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Porter comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Malik Beasley in for Harris. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's DeLon Wright in for Seth Curry. Wright against Beasley. Pass to Jackson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Hey, Clarker with the Nuggets. What a series it was against the Blazers.
And, you know, arguably, guys, I think the most exciting series of the postseason. A Game 7 and a 4 overtime game. I remember staying up. I couldn't believe that I continued to stay up for that game. It was just that good, even though the hour was late in the East. I think the Nuggets can keep their heads up high, and they're going to be a factor in the West going forward.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic, and it's Grant in for Paul Millsap.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Brunson the pass to Wright. Back to Brunson. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Porter kicks to Grant. He's off on that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. On the wing, Jackson. Good work defensively by Morris. The Nuggets leading by 16. Here's Grant. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Grant's got 5 now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Right from outside. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Grant the pass to Morris. Porter with it. Out to the wing. Here's Plumlee. The good-looking shot from the wing. 8 points for him.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Grant against Hardaway. They get a hand on it. Shot to stop the run. That one a little long. Denver leading by 20. Grant dishes to Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. Grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
Right, the pass to Hardaway. Here's Kleber. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Brunson kicks to Wright. Outside Hardaway. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Wright against Beasley. Wright, the pass to Kleba. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Nuggets, number 1.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Beasley kicks to Morris. Good. Morris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Here's Wright. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Wright's got 6 points. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Beasley finds Morris. And he converts the layup. He's got 13.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Beasley against Wright. And the pass to Kleba. That shot misses. Now Denver takes it the other way. And Beasley, here we go. That one goes in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Wright kicks to Kleba. The three-pointer no good.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Count that one.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Hardaway against Porter. Now here is Hardaway. From deep 3-point range, off on that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. It's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
Morris against Berea. Traps in the tray. Berea's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
It's hard to know what Berea's going to do in the pick and roll. I mean, he keeps the defense off balance, and not only is he an excellent passer, but he's a very good shooter out of the pick and roll, too.
On its way from Beasley for 2. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now Jackson. And he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
At the top of the key, Hernan Gomez. Back to Morris. To the left wing. Takes a 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic.
Wow.
Because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Beasley outside. Over Lee. No good from Beasley.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
On the wing, Doncic. A three-pointer is right on target.
Guys, Doncic has great shooting mechanics, and he can knock it down from deep or just about from anywhere on the court.
Morris looking over the floor. Beasley left side. Three-pointer. And again, Denver with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Lee outside. Pass to Powell. Now Marjanovic. Pass to Lee. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And, you know, Lee knows himself. He knows his game. He knows his strengths, guys. And one of them is this type of shot. Nicely done.
Morris outside over Berea. Morris, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. No good on that one. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Morris against Berea. And that's good for 2.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. there may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime.
You know, Beasley, the man they call the mutant, had a great season last year. After a quiet first 2 seasons in the NBA, he exploded as a big-time scorer for the Nuggets.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Marjanovic. Courtney Lee is on the wing, covered by Beasley. Now the feed to Doncic. Shoots a fader. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And for Malik Beasley last season, Clark, the points were easy to find for him.
And you know what, Kevin? A big reason for that was how deadly he was from outside. I mean, this guy shot over 40% from deep and was really a dangerous catch-and-shoot threat for Denver.
And here is Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. And here's Barea outside. Beasley with the rebound. Denver's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Boy, Lee remains a pest on the defensive end, and he's solid at coming up with steals because of how hard he plays on defense.
And Beasley, here we go. And the shot goes in. Beasley's got 11 points in the quarter.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Doncic outside. Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Count that one.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Nuggets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Morris passes to Hernan Gomez, and the 3 ball is good.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Morris into the lane. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
It's good. Barea's got 7 points for the quarter.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Doncic against Morris. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Barea. Rebound by the Nuggets. Vanderbilt's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Finished off the break.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Barea, the pass to Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Great open look there. And that's 21 points for Luka Doncic.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Beasley with it. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, the Nuggets were a surprise team to many last year, but they look poised to be good for a long time.
I could not agree with you more. They were the youngest team in the Western Conference, guys, in terms of the playoffs, and they've got a solid salary cap situation. This could be the start of a golden age for the Nuggets, pun intended.
Denver making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Marjanovic finds Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Now Barea fires the 3. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Hernan Gomez against Jackson. Beasley right side. Back to Hernan Gomez. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Barea, the pass to Marjanovic. Outside for Barea. Now here's Brunson. Hernan Gomez covering. Fades back. It's deflected. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about does it for the first game of the new...